welcome back to the Nanaimo Now channel. We've been covering some pretty risky subjects here over the last couple of weeks, and this week will be no different. Do the school boards, do the schools and the school boards have the right to indoctrinate your children in sexual identity and gender identification? Okay, it's not only going to go into the bathroom ideas, trans kids being able to use a girl's bathroom, but we're going to go over some scenarios that maybe the lawmakers haven't thought of yet. Maybe it's outside the box, maybe it's outside their basic mind and thinking. And where all of this is leading here in Canada, the United States, actually lots of places around the world. We've seen the debate, not only in school board meetings, but in the court system, on the streets, on social media, internet, news, the whole 9 yards, and everybody's got their point that they look at this subject from. And the idea that you've got a teacher in Ontario wearing humongous breast prosthetics to school, a shop teacher, a guy, a man in high school, teaching high school students. Okay, what happens? And the school, the woke system of the school says this is okay. No, there's gender identification. If this person wants to identify as a female teacher with size 99D breasts, that's okay. That's his right, and we should respect that right. But when does it become too much? When does it cross the line? If this man teacher with 99D breasts is teaching your 6-year-old grade 1, is it okay now, or is it only okay for the high school students? If, say, a trans male identifies as a female and dresses as a female, in our world, that's okay. And that trans male can go into a girl's bathroom. In our woke world at this time, this is okay. This is respectable. But take it a little bit further. If that trans male that dresses as a girl identifies as a lesbian, oh yeah, it gets a little bit different here. Identifies as a lesbian and is sexually attracted to girls, can that trans male still use a girl's bathroom? Oh, now it gets outside that, and then people say, well, that's ridiculous. Well, so is a kid sitting in class thinking it's a cat is ridiculous, but that's okay, because now they'll put litter boxes in the corner in the classroom or in the bathroom of the classroom, because this child identifies as a cat. And when a child identifies as a cat, well, that's okay, because if a man identifies as a female, if a female identifies as a man, as I guess what I'm trying to say is, where does this all end? How now? Okay, this female girl that identifies as a cat goes to school, disrupts the class. It's all about teaching in school what's right and what's wrong. I would call this a mental deficiency of some sort, or it could be just a scream for people look at me, you know what I mean? But if it is a mental issue, well, it should be taken care of. If it's disrupting a class, that child should be taken out of that class. And if it gets taken out of that class enough, well, then it fails that grade and has to redo that grade. Maybe we should do a little bit more tough love about this ridiculous stuff that's going on. Okay, so take that one a little bit further. You got a kid that identifies as a cat. Cats don't wear clothes. So now, can this kid go to school with no clothes on? Can this kid be neutered or spayed? Does this kid shit in a box in the corner like a cat would? How far are you going to take this? How far are you going to take this wokeism that if I identify, okay, now I identify as Superman, and you have to call me Superman from now on. That's it. That's, how ridiculous does this get? Okay, now you get this LGBTQ, not T, LGBTQ, and that's sexual preference of this group of people. They are sexually attracted to the same, or if you're bisexually attracted to different. But then you get the T in there, the trans. What's gender identification? That's basically saying, well, I'm not a male, I'm a female. And then you get these guys and girls that say, well, yeah, well, a guy can have a baby. Don't even get me started on this. Well, no, he can't. If it's a female that identifies as a guy, well, then that female can have a baby. You know what I mean? So they're getting all twisted up in this he, him, they, them, she, her. You have to identify. You have to use a pronoun that identifies me as what I want to be, what I identify as, what I should be, or could be, or want to be, or, well, I want to be a billionaire. But sometimes life just throws you a curve and you're not a billionaire. So you get into these school board meetings, and the guy with the big breasts comes back into these school board meetings, but it's not him, it's somebody else that's playing him in a school board meeting. And the school board is totally aghast that somebody would do this. But yet they back the guy, the shop teacher in Ontario.
I'd like to present a petition called Protect the Students. We've had over 16,000 signatures. The Director of Education, Curtis Innes, should be fired for allowing a female identifying shop teacher to wear enormous fake breasts that are barely contained by see-through blouses while teaching. Who is going to take this petition? Folks, do you want to see this school board take this petition or what?
Yes.
Yes?
I want to see the
think so.
petition. Yes.
Which one of you cowards, which one of you woke cowards is going to take this petition?
To do that.
Over
That's the law.
16,000 signatures. Right here. Are you going to take it? Are you going to take it? You're
That's a
asking
transphobic
transgender
and that's
woman
against
to
the law.
How dare you be so transphobic? How dare you? You horse-toothed jackass! How can you be so transphobic? Can you believe the transphobia here, folks?
Buy rewards to give out to some people who've been waiting very patiently.
Well, he's our inspiration. He's supposed to have a
Get your
reward.
head under the bus.
No normal person in their right mind would dress up like that and go teach kids. Come on.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay in your head?
Why is
Oakville's becoming a mockery of the world. What's wrong with you guys?
Police are on the way. That's your answer, is it? The police are on the way. Is that right? Here, take this. Somebody take this.
You know that's a criminal charge principle?
Do you want to see the names of the people that have signed this? The people who pay your salaries? Who is going to take this petition?
Today it's a shop teacher in high school. What about when it's a kindergarten teacher teaching your 6-year-olds, your 7-year-olds, your 4-year-olds? You're going to be okay with that? You're going to be comfortable when your granddaughters are sitting in a school and that's their teacher because you didn't stand up? You are here to do what's right for our children. Our children go to school 5 days a week, 6 hours a day. They spend more time in the care of their school than they do with us as parents. We entrust you to do what's right on behalf of my children and their children that they're gonna have one day, to have the courage and stand up against this agenda that is so sickly being pushed upon our children. I'm shaking and I'm almost in tears because I'm begging you, put the children first, please.
I've spent the last 19 years in mainland China. There is none of this stuff. There's woke doesn't exist in China. There's no that I ever saw. I've never seen a transvestite in China. If a kid was acting up in school, like the video that I've showed in this video, that kid would be kicked out of class, maybe even kicked out of the school. I'm not sure. Guys do not go into girls' bathrooms. There's no unisex bathrooms. They spend their time learning at school, because schools are there for kids to learn, not to sexually identify, not to gender identify, not to identify as an animal. They're there to learn. The teachers are there to teach, not promote sexual identity, gender identity, preference, none of this stuff. This has got nothing to do with the curriculum that's taught in schools, or should be taught in schools. And you see the parents are getting pissed off to the max. A lot of these people are pulling their kids out of the school and home teaching them, or looking at a Catholic school or something that they know have the morals and the less wokeism that, Oh, talking about less wokeism, Vancouver City has a new mayor that is anti-woke. Yes, they got rid of the woke mayor, and now they've got Ken Sim, the first Chinese-Canadian mayor of Vancouver. Good for him. It's a long way away from head taxes and exclusion acts. Head taxes, if you don't know, the Chinese were the only people that ever had to pay a head tax to immigrate to Canada. And we actually had a law that excluded Chinese from coming to Canada over a number of years. So from that to Ken Sim becoming the mayor of one of the largest cities in all of Canada, kudos to him. Not only that, but he's kicked the woke bullshit to the curb, and he's hiring 100 more police officers. Yes, sirree. And he's hiring another 100 mental health nurses into the system. So he's doing something that the woke people just say, oh no, it's okay, it's fine, it's good how it is. Not a problem. So where do we draw the line on this? So when you talk to a teacher, a woke teacher, they say the children are struggling with their sexual identity, with their gender identity. Well, no, they're not. That's what's being taught to them in the schools. They don't struggle with sexual identity. They're born a girl or a guy. Some have sexual preferences that they develop over the years that make them either gay, queer, bisexual, whatever. That's you see, just so long as it's done behind closed doors, who cares? It doesn't matter. But when you start bringing your gender identification, your sexual preference into a school system with children, I think you've crossed the line. Because I know in my day, when I was growing up in the 60s and 70s going to school, no, you don't even talk about anything like that. And that's, so guys were guys, girls were girls, and it was a clean, normal world that we lived in. Now things are getting a little bit screwed up. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Maybe people want to experiment more with things. But when it starts to impact other people in our community, when girls have to go to the same bathroom as somebody that identifies as a girl but still has all the boy parts, well, I think we're crossing the line there, guys. I don't think that should be done. You know what I mean? Maybe bathrooms that are set up where only one person is in the bathroom at one time type thing, you know, like you have at A&W or Tim Hortons or whatever, where you can lock the door and you go in and do your thing and then you get out. That's fine. Why not have something like this? Something that doesn't scare the shit out of the girls, doesn't give... See, take it even further. So say you're a transvestite, but you don't like to dress in girls' clothes, you like to dress in guys' clothes. So you're sitting in a bar at 11 o'clock at night, everybody's been drinking, and you head for the girls' can. Well, Yeah, I identify as a girl, so I can use a girls' can. See how it can be taken advantage of? So all the guys are going to the girls' can because they can. And if the establishment says you can't do that, you say, well, I identify as a girl. And if they don't, if they don't allow you, then you can sue that establishment. This is how far it's gone in this world today. So people, what I want you to do is I want you to go into the comment section on this video, and I want you to tell me exactly what you think about this whole subject. Trans people using the other gender's bathroom. Whether it's a girl that thinks she's a guy or a guy that thinks she's a girl. What do you think about these little furries, these kids that are acting like cats and dogs in school? Do you think that they should be championed for this? You think they should, the school should put down a litter box in the corner for these kids to shit in or to piss in? Do you think that this is proper teaching procedures for your schools in Canada and the United States or Great Britain or anywhere in the world? Do you think that the educational system is doing the right thing here, or are they doing the wrong thing? Are they promoting sexual identity? Are they promoting their own agenda as teachers? Some of them may have a sexual preference. What do you think? What do you think they're doing? Why do you think we have this problem? Why do you think we have pissed off parents that think that their children are being indoctrinated into some sexual identity agenda? Why do you think that these parents are pissed off? What's your take on all of this? Maybe we've got a woke system out there that is bigger than the unwoke system. But I guess I won't know until the comments come in and see how many comments come in on each side. Anyway, that's another video from Nanaimo now, and yes, it is on the cutting edge of. Oh man, I hope I don't take too much on the chin on this one, but it's something that is going on in our world here, and I think we have to talk about it. I think we have to address the issues at hand to see which way we should go from here. Do we put rules in on the teachers? Do we put cameras in the classrooms to make sure the teachers are teaching your children properly? Should you be able to watch in on the classrooms as a parent to make sure that your children are being taught curriculum rather than sexual identity or gender identity or gender whatever? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, as I say, that's another video from Nanaimo now. If you're if you like these videos, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, like, comment, subscribe. Make a comment for sure on this one. And until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now.